Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys just saw, I just finished a workout class. I went to One Rebel today and it was so good. I haven't been there in a long time and it was just a good class. Like I haven't done a workout class like that in a while and it felt good. So I'm happy to have that done and checked off. I needed to get my sweat in this morning because today we're actually getting a tattoo, which is exciting. So I'm gonna bring you guys along for like as much of it as I can. And then probably over the next day or a couple days, I'll bring you just along my little life. We only have 2 more weekends left in London, which is insane, very sad. I went to Dishoom last night with one of my coworkers, just as like a little goodbye dinner and just like hang out with her and get one last fix of my Dishoom in because I literally love it there so much. And if you don't know what Dishoom is, it's like an Indian restaurant in London. Actually, it's all over the UK now. I think they have one in Scotland. Anyway, there's like, I don't know, 6 or 7 different locations, but they're so good. Like the food, I've been there like 3 times now. The food is so good. Yeah, so that was amazing. And now we have a little while before we have to log into work. So I'm gonna make some breakfast. I'm gonna make some tea, and we're gonna eat, get into work, and then we have my tattoo appointment at 2:30. So I'm just gonna take like a late lunch break for it because I don't think it'll take longer than an hour. I'm excited. I haven't had a tattoo in like, I don't know, like 2 years. I haven't had a new one. And I wanted to get one in London before I left. And I kind of wanted to get one that would like commemorate London, like my time in the UK without literally getting Big Ben tattooed on my arm. I said I wanted to get it on my forearm, like when they asked me about location, but I don't know which one. And it kind of depends on what it looks like where I want it. So we'll see. It's gonna be a little journey, but I'm really excited. I do get, I think it's called vasovagal sometimes, which is so embarrassing, but what can you do? Literally can't help it. So I hope that doesn't happen to me, but I'll bring some water and some snacks just in case. God, I fucking hope not, because it's like you're already in a tattoo parlor and it's like kind of intimidating in there because everyone's like tough and full of tattoos. And then if you get that, if you don't know what that is, it's like when like something can trigger it. It can be like, for certain people, it can be like the sight of blood or whatever. That stuff doesn't bother me, but it's just like, I think it's when I get really, really nervous and then I come down from that. And even though I don't feel nervous for tattoos, especially like all my tattoos, most of them I've been totally fine. There was only one where I got this, but a couple piercings that I had, this happened to me. It's when your heart rate and your blood pressure drop really suddenly. And then you kind of feel faint. I've never, knock on wood, I've never actually passed out before, but I've been close like 2 or 3 times and it's not a fun feeling. So for people who pass out all the time, I feel you, I feel bad for you, I'm sorry. But anyway, welcome to my video, welcome to today. It is Wednesday today. We have a week and a half left of my job right now in London, 2 more weeks left in London, 2 more weekends, and a tattoo today. So I'm gonna bring you guys along just for the journey the next couple of days, I think. And let's get into the video. I made a tea, but I decided to froth my milk, and I used regular milk. Look at that froth. Look at that. It's like clouds. It's absolutely gorgeous. Hi, we're back again, and we're in the kitchen again. Sorry, I'm like in the exact same position that you just saw me in, but it's been hours, and we're actually gonna make some lunch now because I'm hungry, and I have like another 2 hours before I have to go to my appointment, but I'm gonna have some lunch now. And I'm having a really, really random lunch because I just have like leftovers, and then I'm gonna make an almond butter, chickpea, and tempeh curry tonight, which I'm so excited to make. But right now I'm gonna have some leftovers because like I said, I went to Dishoom last night and I got a chicken tikka roll as one of my dishes and I didn't finish it. So we're gonna pop that in the air fryer, and then, sorry, my laundry's going in the back because I'm literally always doing laundry. And then I'm gonna make a little salad because I have some kale that I like massaged with olive oil and lemon juice a couple days ago, and I want to get through it. So I'm gonna have some kale, some pomegranate seeds, an apple because I thought that might be kind of nice in there, and then some edamame beans that I'm gonna pop in the microwave. This is so random actually, but I think it'll be good. So yeah, we're gonna do that, make that into like a little side salad, have half of a chicken tikka roll, and that'll be a delicious lunch. I'm excited about it. I love just like a little random throw together meal, you know? And I literally love pomegranate seeds. And I feel like pomegranate stuff, like seeds, and just like pomegranate flavoring goes really well with Indian food. So we're gonna have that. And I'll just whip together some sort of dressing or something, and then we'll do that. Do I need the apple? Maybe I don't. I feel like no. That's just a lot. I don't need to chop up an apple right now. Okay, we're gonna make lunch and then we'll get back to work, and then we're gonna get our tattoo, and I'm so excited. I was creeping my tattoo artist. I'll have her tag, not my tattoo artist, but the girl who's doing my tattoo. I was creeping her again. Obviously I've looked at her work before, but I haven't looked in a little while, and I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to get another tattoo. I hope I really like it, because I obviously gave her, like, I sent over a couple examples of what I want, but I gave her the creative freedom because it's kind of just what you do, and that's what I like to do with the tattoos that I get. Yeah, so I don't really know what it's gonna look like yet until we get there and she shows me and we try out a couple places, and I just literally cannot decide which arm I want it on. So I think I'll get her to put it on both, like a stencil on both, and see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. But yeah, let's have some lunch. How vibrant does that look? Love it. Okay, we're just gonna take a hot second break here to eat our lunch, and then we'll get back into work. But I am gonna, like, get ready, I think, a little bit, like make myself look like less of a thumb before we go to our tattoo appointment, because, you know, I don't know, I just kind of want to look better than I do right now. So we'll get ready together before I go. Man, I love kale. I love it so much. There's a hair in my food. It's probably mine. Also, I know this seems kind of crazy, kind of rogue, but they served this. Oh shit, I probably should have brought a napkin. They served this last night with.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh my God, Siri, it scared me. They served this teacup roll last night with chili jam, which is obviously, like, kind of spicy, but I don't have any of that, and I couldn't really take it back with me because it wasn't in, like, a reusable container. But I have apricot jam, so I have a little bit of that on the side to have with it. So hopefully it's good. I think it will be. Delicious, as I expected. This is so good. Dishoom is so good. I love leftovers. I'm gonna go enjoy this. Yeah, okay, the Odie's back on. I got a little bit cold, but we're just gonna get ready to go really quickly. Normally on a work from home day, I don't really want to wear makeup, but going out into the world this afternoon, and I'm having a bad case of the winter uglies this week, so I want to just put a little bit of makeup on, make myself feel better. But I'm kind of getting nervous. Like, I just haven't had a tattoo in so long that I'm starting to get, like, a wee bit nervous, but in a good way. I'm excited. It's a fun nervous. I'm just putting a little bit of this on, which you guys have seen before. Just a little bit of the SPF, because it's the only thing I have that's, like, tinted, because I don't have any foundation. So I just kind of use that when I want, like, a skin tone evening situation. My fingers are so cold. I know I'm gonna do that thing where I'm, like, cold sweating during my tattoo, because I can feel it already. Like, I'm cold, but I'm sweating. So it's, yeah, gonna be an interesting time. But yeah, I am, like I said, literally from tomorrow, 2 weeks away from moving back to Toronto from London. So I finish my job next Friday. So I have a week and a half left of this job, and then I leave the following Thursday. So, and today is Wednesday, so 2 weeks from tomorrow I leave. And I'm starting to feel really sad, but also so excited. Like, every time I think about Toronto, I get so excited. Don't kill my vibe in the comments, please. Because yes, I know it's expensive, but, like, everyone keeps throwing that at me, like, oh my God, you're moving to such an expensive city. I'm like, no offense, but do you know where I'm living right now? Like, I literally live in London, one of the most expensive cities in the world, and I know Toronto's very expensive as well, but, like, if you do the cost benefit analysis, you get paid more in Canada. The cost of living is a little bit lower than in the UK in general, especially London. I know Toronto is still very expensive, but I'm okay with that because I still want the city, the walkable, the transit, like the big city vibes, and that's pretty much the only place I'm gonna get that in Canada. Like, obviously there's other amazing cities in Canada. One of them is where I'm from. Like, I love Halifax, but it's small. And then there's Calgary, which is amazing, but it's just like a totally different vibe. There's Vancouver. I've never been, but I've heard amazing things. You get the ocean, you get the city vibe, you get the mountains. But Toronto is just where I want to be right now for myself. So that is where I'm gonna be. That's where I'm gonna go. And I'm just like so excited. I know we've talked about it a little bit, but I just wanted to get into it like a little bit more. And I'm gonna do a whole video series about moving to London, how you can do that and how you can get the visa later once I move and settle, because I just don't have the time or the capacity right now. But I will do that at a later date, so that in case anyone's curious about like moving abroad or getting the same visa that I'm on or getting a similar visa, I will do a video or multiple videos about that. But I am just trying to be very reflective now so that I can like just really look back on my time in London. I was talking, so when I went out for dinner last night with my coworker, my friend, my coworker slash my friend is what I mean. We were chatting because I've only known her for like 8 months, because I've only been at this current job for 8 months, but I've had 2 different jobs in London. And I feel like I've had like 3 or 4 different like eras since I've lived here. Like I've been here for 2 years and I feel like I've had so many different lives since I've been here, which is crazy. My first 6 months were very hard. I cried a lot, like I've said in previous videos, and I'm not a big crier, but it was just, you know, it was a lot in the beginning, and I was learning so much like about myself and how to be alone, like properly alone and lonely, to be honest. And I was also just learning like an entirely different landscape of like job searching and meeting people and living. And obviously moving from Canada to the UK is not as much of a culture shock as moving somewhere else with like a different language, for example, or like just totally different cultures. But there were still some things that were like shocking in the beginning. And also just coming from a smaller city, like I'm not gonna call Halifax a small town because it's not, but it is a small city. So it was just like, I don't know, there's just a lot of differences, and a lot of them were amazing, but it was just, yeah, the first 6 months were crazy. They were just hard, but I met a lot of people, and I really obviously like got myself out of my comfort zone and had to do a lot of different new things. And then I'd say like the next era of my time here was the first job that I got, which fell into the first 6 months, but because I got it like 2 months after I moved here. And that was, I think I was really looking for my job to give me like a way to meet people, and this job was amazing and I learned a lot, but it was very like remote heavy. Like it was hybrid, but people rarely came into the office, and it just like kind of wasn't really that vibe, and everyone was like just in a totally different stage of life that worked there than I was. So I didn't like make a whole bunch of friends at that job, but I learned a lot and I like enjoyed the work, but I didn't love it. And I think that kind of contributed, like me moving here, struggling to find a job, finding a job, which was great, but not loving it. I didn't find like a lot of purpose when I was doing that. It had nothing to do with the company. I really liked the people I worked with. I just didn't like form a lot of connections like I normally, well, like I was expecting, which I guess you should drop your expectations for sure. And like I was hoping for, I guess is more the word. And then I decided I wanted to go back home, like we've talked about and I've showed before. Which was not a mistake. Like I definitely think I needed it, but I was only home for like 3 months, and it made me realize how much I wanted to be back in London, and I'm so glad I came back. But during that time I was also seeing someone here, so that was like also another era. So there was like the first moving, the getting used to things. It literally feels like so long ago, but it was only 2 years ago, and just like moving over here and sorry, gotta spray. Just moving over here and getting used to everything and crying and being lonely and being excited and happy and all of that. And then there was the era of me like starting a new job, trying to meet people, trying to get into the swing of things, not loving my job, kind of realizing I wanted to go home. And then there's a lot of overlap in between these eras, because then also overlapping with that, but also in a new beginning of an era, was me starting to see someone from here. And that I felt like was such like, it was an all-consuming thing for me, because I had finished my job and then I moved back and then I came back and I was looking for a new job. So like pretty much the entire time I was with him, I was either not in London or I was looking for work and didn't have a job. So I had a lot more like free time. Anyway, don't regret any of it. That ended. And then this whole new era of like my current situation, which has been the longest and like the most consistent, which has been the last like 10 or 11 months of me with this new job where I met a lot of friends. I learned a lot. I really liked the job, really liked the work, was hoping to get sponsorship, but couldn't, unfortunately. I've been living in the same spot. I love my roommate. I love where I live. And it just kind of made me like fall in love with the city even more this era that I'm in and that I'm about to be leaving, which is sad. But yeah, I think I'm like at the point where I have no other option other than, sorry if this is like, I should probably trigger warn you guys that I'm about to like put a torture device on my eyeballs. Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. I was gonna say that I don't have any other option other than to be excited about the next step, which I really am anyway, but I just like, there would be a lot of hoops I would have to jump through if I wanted to stay in this country. And for me, first of all, I either have to leave now or I have to leave in a year and get kicked out, or I could find a sponsor. I'll talk about this in a whole other video, but it's just really difficult for me in my specific situation where it's like way harder for me to stay in the country than it is to just leave. So not that certain things aren't worth the hard work, but for me, I was like, you know what, being back in Canada, being close to my family and friends, and being in a country where I'm from and the opportunities are a little bit more open for me, just sounded like the right choice, and that's why I'm doing that. So there is my little get ready with me chat. I don't know why I felt like I needed to chat about that right now, but I just wanted to, because we're about to start. This is probably, I know I've said that the last couple of videos, but this is probably the last just regular vlog of me like doing a couple things, and I still am doing some like leaving things, but the next couple of videos are probably going to be like getting ready to leave, kind of reminiscing on my time, exploring parts of London that I want to see before I leave or want to go back to before I leave, and then moving, right? So I just wanted to like have that little spiel and have a little chat with you guys, but I'm gonna get changed and then we're gonna go, because I have to go in 15 minutes. Oh my god, I'm so excited. That experience was literally amazing. Like, everyone at that tattoo shop was so cool and fun and nice and like calming, which you don't get all the time, definitely. And my tattoo artist was so unreal. Like, she's just really good at her job, but she's also just like really nice and fun. And they did like this photo shoot after. And everyone, like, there was literally 3 of them. Like, one of them was holding a lamp, or not a lamp, one of them was holding like a plant behind my arm, but she had to like be out of the photo. And then one of them was holding a ring light, but she was like bending it over and like contorting her body. And then the tattoo artist was taking photos. It was so funny, but it was like, just everyone was just so nice and incredible, and it was just such a good experience. I love my tattoo. I'll show you guys in a bit. And it's just so cute and dainty, and like she was so in love with it. Like, she's like, oh my god, this is so cute, like I love it so much. And she was just like, just kept saying like little comments, and it was just amazing experience. If you want a fine line tattoo, then go to Fran at Angelic Tattoo in Wandsworth. Everyone was so nice. I mean, I feel like if you go to anyone, they're probably all great, but she specializes in fine line, and she's so good at it. And I love it. It's so cute. It was just like such a good experience. Ugh, now I have the bug again, you know, because I haven't had a tattoo in like 2 years, and I forget, like, as soon as you get one, you're like, oh my god, I need more. I'm going for like obviously this sticker look on my arms, so it's kind of in like a random placement like on my left forearm, but I love it. Okay, sorry, my memory card just ran out of space, so I got cut off, and I definitely need to change my memory card, but I just don't feel like doing that right now. So yeah, I just kind of gave her free reign is what I was saying. Like, she chose, or she did like 2 different designs, and I was just like, just pick the one you like the most, because I love them both and I can't choose. And then she just like told me where she thought it would look good. Obviously she gave me like all of the autonomy to make my own decision, but I was just like, I don't care, like I trust you, and I love the tattoo, I love the design. I am not like super partial to it being anywhere specific on my arm, so like wherever you think is best, because obviously she's the expert. And I just love it. It's so cute. Feeling good. I need another tattoo ASAP, so I guess I'll be getting one when I go to Toronto. And yeah, that was just a fun little Wednesday afternoon activity, but I just was finishing up some work as well, and now I need to run and get some protein powder and some toilet paper before the shops close. I mean, the toilet paper, the shops are open, but the protein powder store sells other stuff, but the store that I get my protein powder from closes at 6, so I need to go ASAP. Good morning. We've got a devastating start to our Friday today. Sorry this vlog has been all over the place. Yesterday was just so busy, and then it was piss pouring rain last night, and I went and got pizza for my roommate and I, because there's this place I've really been wanting to try. I'll put a clip in because it was like I don't know about the best pizza I've ever had, but it was up there. Like, it was so good. And I'm not even like a big pizza girl, but this was delicious. One of them was like cheese with this pesto swirl, and this other one had like this other, how do you say it? Fiore di latte or something? Like, you know that like chunky, not chunky, it's like kind of like mozzarella. Anyway, like big cheese with hot honey on it. It had pepperoni on it because my roommate like eats meat, so I just picked the pepperoni off because I wanted to try that one too. Both were so good, so worth it, but it took me a long time to get there, and it was pouring rain, like I said. I get home. Also, my umbrella was like doing that thing where it, like, you know, in the wind, like goes outside it, inside out, and it was, so I just had to stop using it because it like broke. One of the arms like in it broke. So I'm like wet as hell, got my pizzas, just trying to protect them so that they don't get soggy before we get home. It takes me forever. I leave work at 5, I don't get home until after 7. It's fine. But then I get home and I'm like, oh my God, my bag is kind of wet. My bag got water in it. I don't know what happened, but it got water in it. And then my work laptop was in there and I was like, oh my God. But now it's not charging. So my work from home Friday is turning into me having to go to the office to hopefully talk to an IT guy, and hopefully it's my charger and not my computer, and hopefully everything's okay. I'm really hoping for not the worst right now. So we're gonna get ready. I've been like working from my laptop and then I was like, oh, I should plug it in. Went to plug it in, it's not charging. But everything else is working. Like the computer's working completely fine, even when I plug it in on the same side to like the HDMI connection to put it into it, like plug it into the other screen, that's working completely fine. So it's not like everything on one side isn't working, it's just the charger. So I'm like, is it maybe just my charger? I don't know, but anyway, I need to go into the office. So we're gonna go do that, but at least it won't be rush hour when I go. I'm sad. Not even to go in, I just really, really hope that nothing's actually severely wrong with it. Cross your fingers for me. Yeah, we'll keep you updated. Happy Friday. Okay, we're home and cozy again, thank God. I'm literally starving, so we're gonna make some lunch. It's a very much a week of leftovers with a salad, and I'm not mad about it at all. I had dishoom leftovers a couple days ago. Now I'm having some pizza as leftovers, and I'm so excited because that pizza was so good last night. So we're gonna do that. All is good with the laptop, thankfully. Here I go again, just singing nonstop. But yeah, all is fine. Things are fixed, should be all good to go. So that is such a relief because I was honestly really stressed about that this morning. We have our pizza. I'm gonna pop in the air fryer and then just whip together like a very measly salad because I don't have that many vegetables right now, but I do have kale I need to get through. And then tonight we're making, or we're not making, we're just reheating some almond butter curry that I made earlier this week, which is so good. I don't think I filmed myself making it, but it was so good. And I'll tag down below like the video that I kind of went off of. I did, like I always do, change a couple of things just based on the stuff that I had here, but it was delicious and I'm excited to have that for dinner tonight. And for lunch tomorrow, I made 4 servings of it. So that was delish too. And then I have a banana that is, she has got like maybe 30 minutes left in her lifespan, so I think I'm gonna bake something tonight, but I kind of want to do something a little bit different than my normal like healthy banana cookies. Like I don't want to do that. I want something kind of more fun, so I'm thinking like muffins, like banana chocolate chip muffins, or like a loaf or something. The problem with baking is I just don't want to make too much because I'm not gonna be able to eat it, and because I'm leaving, I'm not gonna be able to get through it even if I do freeze it. So gotta be realistic, but maybe like a mini loaf or like a couple muffins, maybe some cookies, but make them like better. Okay, I'm just gonna work from my favorite spot for a little while, the floor, and eat my pizza.
Someone must have broken my heart, like really torn it apart in another life, in another life. Someone must have really fucked me up, like caused my heart to stop in another life, in another life. Otherwise, I don't know why I keep coming back to this, keep fighting all of it. Don't trust that there's love to get. I don't know why I just can't believe in it, like somehow I can't commit. Guess I have to admit, yeah, I got an issue with love, yeah, I got an issue with trust. Really bad at opening up. Yeah, I got an issue with love, yeah, I got an issue with trust. Worried that it won't be enough. Yeah. Someone must have made me feel bad, but who I was wasn't what I had to give. Oh, someone must have told me a lie, really played with my mind in another life. Otherwise,
Hey, good morning, happy Saturday. We're just getting ready for our run now and really trying to hype myself up because I do not feel like going on a 14-kilometer run right now. I'm just not in the mood. I think it's supposed to rain, but I've taken 2 days off from working out in general because of my tattoo, and I'm ready to get some movement in again. I mean, obviously I've been like walking and doing things, but nothing too crazy, and I feel like I have the energy. It's Saturday, you know, I didn't actually sleep in. I tried, but I feel relatively well rested, although I've been having the weirdest dreams, and I keep having like the same dreams, and they're so random that it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we don't need to be talking about my dreams. We're getting ready. We're gonna stretch. I really need to stretch and like warm up before we go on this. Because I only did one other run this week on Tuesday, so it's been days, and I just want to get myself ready, but I just mentally do not want to do this right now, but it's okay. Sometimes you're not gonna want to do it, but you still just gotta push it through. Last week I did a run where it was like 14 kilometers, like it was like a loop, so I did 2 loops around this common and then back, so it wasn't very far from me, whereas this time I'm like running 7 kilometers to a park, running around the park, which is 7 kilometers, so that'll be 14, and then I'm hoping to go to a cafe to grab a pastry and a flat white or something to treat myself afterwards. So then it's gonna be like, I'm gonna have to take the tube back home because it's pretty far from me, so it'll be quite the journey. It'll be quite the amount of time. So it's taking up, you know, most of my morning and afternoon on Saturday. So that's okay, that's what we want to do today. I am feeling like energized enough to do it. I just need to like really hype myself up. We got this. I'm gonna stretch, then we're gonna get my electrolytes, my gel, get my sneaks on, and then we're gonna head out the door. And you know what? We're lucky to be able to move. That is the energy today. I have 2 podcasts downloaded, and I have a new playlist that I'm gonna try to listen to. So I don't know what I'm gonna start with, don't know what we're gonna end with, but we have different things to keep us entertained and stimulated. So we got this.
I keep coming back to this, keep fighting all of it. Don't trust that there's love to give. I don't know why, I just can't believe it. Like somehow I can't commit. Yes, I have to admit. Yeah, I got an issue with love. Yeah, I got an issue with trust.
Electrolytes. It's just, for this one, it's just 1 tab in the water. So you just break it in 2 and then it dissolves in there. This one's a lot saltier than the last one, which I feel like is probably technically a good thing. And the taste is actually better. And the texture. The last one was kind of like it had a texture for a drink, you know? But anyway, so we got our soft flask. I usually put it in my right. Do I usually put it in my right or my left? Can't remember. I feel like maybe I'll put it in my left, and then that way I can have my phone on my right. So I'm bringing this one today. It's the same brand actually as the electrolyte tabs. So I tried one last weekend for my first 14K, and I took it halfway through. I don't know if I needed it exactly at 7, so I might wait just until I feel like I need it, but it's hard to gauge that sometimes. Anyway, we'll just take it when we feel like it, but I definitely feel like it helped. Like it for sure helped me sustain the 14 kilometers. I don't think I could do it without anything. Definitely the water, like that's something I for sure need, but this is helpful. I don't know if you for sure need it for just something like 14, but it helped. So I'm gonna take this one. Haven't tried it. This one's berry, so it shouldn't be too bad. It was way better than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be like just the most disgusting texture ever, and it really wasn't that bad, so I was pleasantly surprised. I feel like this weekend is a little bit colder than last weekend, so I feel like I'm gonna have to keep this on, but still gonna be a sweaty adventure. 14 kilometers, there's just no way it's not. We got this, we can do it. Hopefully the next time I check in with you guys I'm running, but then I'm getting a pastry and coffee after my 14K. So we'll see you then. We just hit 5, which means we're almost at 7, which means we're almost halfway. Grandma. We're done. We did 14. We're going to a different cafe than I thought. I'll go to the other one the other day. I was feeling really good the last 2. vlogs too hard. We did it. 14K, another one done and dusted. I am freezing cold now. You know when your sweat dries and it's like cold out. It's actually a really, really nice temperature for running. And it didn't rain on me, which is ideal, but I'm so cold now. So I just need to do a quick stretch and then get in the shower, get a hot shower, and then have some lunch. I actually, I think I showed you like a clip or two, but I got a pastry from, I didn't go to the one I wanted to, so I'll do that next week when I'm off work. And like the week following where I'm gonna like go bop around to some places I wanna try. But it was just a lot farther than I thought it was from the station that I ended up running to. So anyway, it's fine. I thought it was like way closer to Notting Hill than it actually is. It was like, I got to the Notting Hill gate station and it was still 3 kilometers away from there. And I was like, I already just ran 14 kilometers. Like I'm not in any place to be walking 3 more kilometers right now. So I just went to a cafe that's nearby. I've only been there once and I ended up just getting a matcha. Like I never got any food from there. So I got an almond milk flat white, extra hot obviously. And I asked just like what their best seller was, and he said the banana bread, which I was kind of hoping he wasn't gonna say because I have those banana cookies, but I made a couple of those. I'll just have them for the rest of the week. I just won't have one today because it's just like a little bit of banana pastry overload. But I haven't had it yet, so I'm gonna toast it, I think, once I finish my lunch and put on some like peanut butter or some butter or something on it. I think that'll be delicious. But he said it's like amazing. So I just went with his recommendation, like I always do. I love to go with people's recommendations. They don't usually lead me astray, but yeah, we're just gonna stretch, shower, lunch. That's the plan, and I'm so excited because I need to wash my hair. I feel like I'm just always wearing the same thing. But anyway, the lunch has been consumed. The last of my tempeh and chickpea almond butter curry. It was delicious just until the last day. I would definitely make that again. And then the banana bread has also been consumed, also delicious. I toasted it a bit, put a little bit of butter on it. It was so good. Had some tea, and then I made, like, I finished up my grocery list because we're gonna head to the grocery store now. But I think this is where I'm gonna love and leave you because it's a very sporadic, random, kind of chaotic vlog, but it's getting long because I can just talk. I can talk. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this one. If you did like it, please like the video, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys next week for a new video.